What's up, YouTubers? Enjoy here. Welcome to my channel, Takes Academy. In this video, I'll be sharing with you my opinion, my personal opinion concerning what's going on around the country today. Okay, that's the End SARS protest, peaceful protest. Okay, in my opinion, I will point out some few things which I think are abnormal about the protest. Okay, just a few days back, the government responded to the peaceful protest of its citizens, right? So the president urged us to go about our normal businesses, right? But in that respect, I would like to say going about our normal business is still affected because right now as we speak, I'm currently in Cross River, and I actually came all the way from Benin. Okay, my little journey is from Abuja. After the Abuja protest, I came down to Benin for a wedding, and when I was in Benin, my experience over there is quite terrible. It's quite terrible because immediately I'm landing at Benin, there was a gunshot just behind me. Okay, just behind me, and a whole lot of street guys are taking advantage of this moment to do a whole lot of things. I got to a place where they told me that I shouldn't cross there with my phone, right? I shouldn't cross there with my phone. Why? Because street boys are on the street, and if I go there with my phone on my hand, definitely I'm going to lose my phone. Okay, so we had to play safe. We had to go round and round and round and round just to go inside, just to enter our compound over there. I actually went for my brother's wedding over there, and it was a terrible experience. It was a terrible experience. Okay, Benin is as hot as anything. Okay, so from there I had to move down to Ebonyi State, but on our way I had to sleep on the road for 2 consecutive days because Delta State they had this 48 hours protest, so I had to sleep on the road. All right, the army guys, they couldn't allow us to um, go anywhere. All right, and my phone was down. I would have made a video right from that spot, but at some point we were permitted to continue with our journey. So, and I found myself in Ebonyi State. Now when I got to Ebonyi State, Ebonyi is a peaceful place anyway. The government is trying the government is trying to keep things down. Okay, but still on that, the youths, let me not say the youth right now because I really don't know the group that are actually parading themselves around the streets. Okay, so it's not that peaceful. Ebonyi State is my place, but it's not that peaceful as well. Okay, it's not that peaceful. The government placed curfew starting from 8 p.m. Okay, so once it's 8 p.m., the soldiers, the military people, the personnel, and all of that, they start pursuing people, right? So they do all of that to keep the states calm, right? So from there, I had to move down to Cross River, but honestly, the part of Cross River that I am currently is as peaceful as anything, as peaceful as anything. And why? Because it's actually a village, so nothing much is quite happening here. It's quite peaceful, as you can see. It's quite peaceful. Okay, except in Calabar. I went to Calabar yesterday, and it wasn't something to write home about because there were so many rioting going on and all of that. I actually came to Cross River for a business research. Okay, there's this business I am into, and I am trying to develop it more and more so I can actually launch out a course on it. I'm actually preparing a course on this business, right? I'm actually preparing a course on it so that we Nigerians, the youths, can actually take this course and get started with the business and as well as profit from the business. So I am like taking the first step, taking out the risk involved to know every nook and cranny of the business, so that when you are going through my course, you better appreciate it because I've taken the work for you. Okay. But in respect to my business research, I would like to say that the ongoing protest, isn't helping me. It's not helping me at all because it has increased the cost of transportation in where I am, and not just where I am, cost of transportation generally. Why? Because there is no means of transportation. Some states are having curfew and all of that, whereas the federal government has instructed that we should go about our normal businesses, but in the state level, it is not the same. So I am kind of wondering between the federal government and the state government, which part has a greater authority, right? Because the federal government has said um, people should go about their normal business, and some states are placing curfew, right? Okay, that I will incline that to them trying to keep things peaceful in their various states and all of that. But we that do business that has to do with interstates is hugely affecting us. It is affecting us badly. It is affecting us badly, and I really can't say much how much I am suffering from it. Okay, but nevertheless, this is for good. It's a fight for good, right? The youths are craving for good governance. They're craving for employment. They're craving for good welfare and all of that. And the government, on their own part, are doing theirs too, right? But what I think about this whole thing is this: we just need to we just need to come in agreement. We just need to have an agreement between the federal government and its citizens. Why I am saying we need to come to an agreement is because the state where we are currently is taking us back to where we used to be. We aren't growing with these protests. We aren't growing with the silence over the protests, right? So if on only if the government can listen to its citizens, and if and only if the citizens can as well take the government properties as their own, destroying the federal government properties, their establishment and all of that isn't peaceful. It is not a peaceful protest anymore. Okay, it's not a peaceful protest because after this whole thing, rebuilding those structures is still going to cost a lot. And if you are a patriotic Nigerian, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, on the other hand, that's actually where I feel, it's a personal opinion, right? That's where I feel Nigerians are getting it all wrong. We need to be focused on the main goal. We need to be focused on the main goal. Okay, I see people stealing people's phone on protest ground. It doesn't make sense. You are robbing your own fellow brother, you are robbing your own sister, that you are in the same cause. It doesn't make sense.